Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us during the Lytham Partners Fall 2025 Investor Conference. My name is Joe Diaz. I'm a managing partner at Lytham Partners. Today, Andrew Duncan, CEO of Boardwalktech Software Corporation, will be taking us through the company's slide presentation. Boardwalktech Software Corporation trades on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the ticker symbol BWLK and also on OTCQB under the ticker BWLKF. So let's get started. Andrew, thank you. Let me turn the floor over to you.
Thanks, Joe. Happy to be here at the Lytham Partners conference and honored to be able to present Boardwalk Tech to everyone. Boardwalk Tech is based in Silicon Valley. We also have an office in Mumbai, India. And we focus and we are the next generation of AI data management and information intelligence. It's a very exciting time to be in technology, and we're really pleased to be able to tell you about the company here. So, forward-looking statement, remind everyone that everything that you see here is in US dollars. So, who is Boardwalk Tech? Well, we are an enterprise platform that's built to better manage information for AI and critical business processes. We currently have a patented digital ledger platform. We have 10 patents, Joe, on our technology today. And we empower and help companies be more efficient with their information. We also are an AI orchestration layer with multiple products that help companies really take advantage of AI going forward. And of course, the result of that is, how do companies make better decisions? How do they get to better results? And the way that you do that is you better manage your information. We currently have over 20 Fortune 500 companies that trust and license our technology for mission critical needs. One of our largest customers is Citibank, one of the top banks in the world. Our revenue on a kind of a trailing 12 months revenue basis is about 4.5 million US. We're at about 4.1 million of trailing 12 months ARR. And we continue to make improvements at the high level here with regard to getting to EBITDA positive. And we continue to trend in a very positive way with regard to that. With the advent of AI and the budgets and excitement around this, we're really entering kind of a high-class problem here, and that is that we've got a tremendous number of opportunities where people and these large organizations are spending money with regard to AI, and they need a platform that helps them better manage that data and to basically get your information AI ready, if you will. So we're really kind of turning the corner here, Joe, and looking quite positive as we go forward into the next couple of quarters. So some of our customer base, as you'll see here, make up some very large companies. I talked about 20 of the Fortune 500, but we're really proud, and I think it's a testament to the quality of our products that we've had customers for 10, 12 years, such as Levi's and Accenture and Apple. Really great companies, all referenceable, and happy to talk about the value that they're seeing utilizing the Boardwalk platform. Now, sitting on the Boardwalk platform, we have 3 different products that we sell. One is called Boardwalk Velocity, that works with companies to help them automate all of the Microsoft Excel manual processes that they have out there today. The second area we focus on is Unity Central, which is a product that focuses on unstructured data, and again, helping companies be able to meld all of the information across their organization into an understandable and manageable AI environment. And then we have a third product that we're just about to introduce to the market that is called the Boardwalk Secure Communicator. Whereas we look at what's happening with regard to data and the movement of data, the entire kind of security component of this really is coming into play, and we continue to see breaches across every single major platform and network where passwords and user IDs are stolen, and there's this issue with regard to an intrusion or this system that's shut down. Something's got to get fixed there. And utilizing these core patents on our platform technology, we decided to layer on this additional security layer onto both our Velocity and our Unity Central platform that we think really creates a differentiator in the market. The areas where we are most focused from an AI standpoint, whether that's using the Velocity product or the Unity Central product, is really around supply chain. So if you look at some of these companies on the left here, a lot of the work that we're doing is in supply chain. In manufacturing, there's a lot of work. And then, of course, in financial services and tax management, we also do and have done quite a bit of work with very large customers. So let's dig into why Boardwalk now. Why is it important? A couple of astounding things that I want to share with you, and that is that you know that 90% of the world's data was created in the last 2 years. So think about that. Think about all of the data over the past, hundreds of years, and 90% of the world's data has been created in the last 2 years. We are a data society, and whoever owns and manages and is able to understand that data and make decisions better is the one that's going to win. We also look at using that data. How do companies improve their environment? So digital transformations today in large organizations where they try and take a manual process and move it into an automated process, about 70% of those fail. And 83% of supply chain executives don't see real big value out of their data investments that they've made to date. So what's changing with all of this? Well, what's changing is AI is changing the landscape of enterprise technology. I want you guys to think about the fact that Google and the Google Cloud committed $100 billion this year to infrastructure expansion and improvements for their cloud business. $100 billion. Meta, $70 billion. AWS, $80 billion. This is B with a billion. All of this is about AI and getting servers set to be able to handle this information flow and this data. So global spending on AI is expected to continue to grow and potentially reaching over $1 trillion in the coming years, according to IDC. So where does Boardwalk play? We are the AI information intelligence platform. We take chaos, as represented on the left-hand side here, where information today is managed in spreadsheets and PDFs and emails and text messages, and we turn that into a managed intelligent platform that is AI ready. So we help companies make more sense of their data. We have, again, this multi-patented environment that allows us to index data, to be able to manage the information, and to really be able to pull data out of all of this chaos to be able to make decisions faster. And I'll show you some case studies here in a second. But on the right-hand side here underneath managed, you'll see that we take the chaos data, we organize it into an indexed environment. These are all documents and text messages and emails and PDFs and Excel files that have come in. And then utilizing any of the AI engines today, this happens to be Gemini out of Google, we can actually run an analysis against all of this information to say, what's happening with this? Did the invoice match the PO? Did the shipment happen. All kinds of intelligent information that helps these companies run their business better. And we do that through two forms of AI. There are two major forms of AI out there. There's Gen AI, which is you put data into an AI engine like I'm showing here, and you ask it questions, whether that's through natural language or some other means, and it will come back with an answer for you. And then there is agentic AI, where the agentic AI are little robots, if you will, where they're running sub-processes across an organization. So instead of a person having to do a manual process, such as enter data into a spreadsheet or enter data into an ERP system, you can actually have an intelligent agentic AI agent do that work and do it better and faster than a human. So there's so many use cases here of where companies are starting to spend money and see value with regard to AI. So our technology that we have that are now all AI enabled, the Velocity product is an intelligent Excel management environment where we can absorb Microsoft Excel, right? How many of you are using Excel in your daily lives? I bet every single one of you are using Excel in your daily life. And that Excel is difficult to manage. Like, what happens when you make a change and then you either put it on a SharePoint drive or you email that spreadsheet to 5 people saying, what do you think? And then you get responses back. It's like, what version am I on? Who made the last change? By migrating all of your Excel spreadsheets into the Velocity platform, we eliminate all of that. You share data simply by hitting a submit refresh button, where we're moving the data from your local spreadsheet into a server, and we're keeping track or history, as shown here, of how a particular cell of data has changed over time. So you can always track back to see if the information, how the information has matured over time, and who made the change, when the change was made, and why the change was made. So we basically take Excel and turn it into an enterprise application, hugely valuable for a lot of companies that are still running processes on Excel, and this is a big part of our business today. The second part of our business, Unity Central, our second big product, is we help companies organize and manage all of the unstructured data that's coming at them on a daily basis. So if you think about the fact that you're getting 100 emails a day, you're getting attachments with documents, you're getting all of this information, it's really hard to organize and manage all of this data and then make sense of it. So both using Velocity for Excel, where we enter that data now into our enterprise information management platform, and also Unity Central, where we manage all of your information, documents, emails into a central place, we've now made not only it better, you can get to better decisions, but they're also completely AI enabled, both for Gen AI and Agentic AI, that allows you to be able to really take advantage of the AI environment for our customers. This is another use case of the Unity Central product, where we bring in a bunch of documents and then we do an analysis against those documents. This happens to be a supply chain document, and when we did the analysis that runs in 30 seconds, the actionable items coming back from AI was, hey, you need to investigate the credit block on this particular order because there's a problem and it's not resolved yet. That's cash. That's an order. That's profit for a company. So if you can take this order and all of the details around this order, which could be coming in an email or attach PDFs or data out of your backend systems, and run an analysis and say, hey, what's happening with this order? And the analysis comes back and says, hey, you got a problem with the credit block. If you go fix that, you'll get the order closed and filled. That's value, and that's a great example of how AI works. This is another example of how we're working with large banks today in helping them understand what's happening from a compliance standpoint. So as information is fed into the Unity Central environment, we're looking at specific controls that have to be met with regard to managing data, managing applications. So a control might be this application needs to be backed up every day. Did it get backed up? Well, the auditors want to make sure that this application got backed up. So we have a complete engine through Unity Central that says, hey, of this particular application, we ran 6 controls and 5 passed and 1 failed, and you need to go take a look at the segregation of duties that got breached and identify the users that are acting both as a maker or a checker in this particular environment. All about collecting the data, understanding the AI, running it against the AI engine, and being able to come up with faster decisions to make better business decisions. And then the last thing that I'll tell you about is our security protocol for cloud and agentic AI. It's called the Boardwalk Secure Communicator. It's a patented, passwordless, sessionless, zero trust, secure authentication and communication protocol. Think about all of the passwords that you have today. Think of what a pain in the butt it is to have a list of 50 or 80 passwords that you go, oh man, I got to log into TD and where's the password? And they're asking me to change it because I've had this password for 60 days. What would the world look like if there wasn't any passwords that you had to deal with? That the system was smart enough to know based upon the last interaction that you had with that system that this is actually you. Where's the ROI and the value proposition for this? One large bank that we're having conversations with about this spent $1.32 billion in support expenses last year. 30% of the phone calls into their support organization, 30% of $1.32 billion had to do with passwords. I've lost my password, my MFA doesn't work, I forgot my password doesn't work. Just by employing the Boardwalk Secure Communicator in a bank of this size, we could potentially see over a $400 million savings and a reduction in risk. So Boardwalk is really set up with these products that we have, the Velocity product for Excel data management, the Unity Central product for information management around unstructured data, and the secure communicator that we can layer on that allows us to have the most secure communication going on, all set up for AI data management. So our sales model is that we have a direct sales team that goes after both the Velocity and the Unity Central products on a direct basis into the different categories that I talked about. We also have a channel and partner sales organization. On the right-hand side, you'll see some of our partners like Accenture and HCL, which is a really big IT services company, Tata Consulting Services, which is the largest in India, something like 700,000 employees in India. It's a pretty amazing. We've done several projects with Tata and TCS in the banking industry. And so not only are we growing our direct sales, but we also are really growing our channel and our partner sales where they're finding value in taking the Boardwalk platform and the products that we have on the platform to their customers and allowing them to be able to really see value from getting the AI component implemented. I would like to walk you through a case study on our Velocity product that we're working on with a very large bank. So this very large bank, unfortunately, was penalized by the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency in the US. And this is not an unusual situation. The OCC penalizes banks all the time for all kinds of stuff. But in this particular case, this penalty was based upon the fact that they were not improving the risk management around what's called EUCs or end user computing environments. And most EUCs are built in Microsoft Excel. So the bank is exchanging data utilizing Microsoft Excel, and the OCC wanted a higher level of value and security around that. And so utilizing the Velocity product, we signed a fairly significant contract with this bank. We now have rolled out quite a number of EUCs that have been transformed over onto our platform. And we continue to work with that bank and grow our opportunity at that bank. And we see lots more banks in this particular space that need our solution. The next case study is a case study for ON Semiconductor, a multi-billion-dollar semiconductor company that's based in Arizona. And effectively, one of the business problems that we solved for them is that they get in a lot of RFQs on a daily basis, about 25. And when that occurs, the RFP that comes in has got a pretty big spreadsheet that's attached that says what all of the requirements are of the chip that they want them to build. And those requirements then take quite a number of days to go through a big process to respond back on giving a price quote to that particular company for those chips. On average, it was taking about 7 days to respond because people were emailing these spreadsheets around, and it takes time. By implementing this on the Velocity platform, we were able to respond in 2 days or 3 days in some instances, which increased their sales by about 15 to 20% and drove a $1.8 million first year ROI. So the faster you can respond, the higher probability you've got in actually winning the deal. Huge value for this company and a great example of the use of the Velocity product. And then the last use case I will share with you is around BPO or business process outsourcing. A lot of companies today will take, let's say, 70 people in Minnesota, and they will outsource it to India, where India can do it with 40 people at a significantly lower price. And so there's software that's needed in order to make that happen. So by not only outsourcing, but also by utilizing our technology, we can do things like take a process, order management as an example. I got an order in from Amazon, I now need to fulfill it. Well, that order management process for this particular company, a $45 billion cosmetics company, was taking 70 people to manage all of the orders coming in, and it was taking 21 days to fulfill the orders. When we moved them over to the Boardwalk Intelligent Information Platform, we reduced the number of people from 70 to 32. We also reduced the number of operational process steps to 12. And we reduced the number of days to fulfill the order down to like 14. So great ROI, great customer satisfaction, great benefits for the company, terrific opportunity for us to continue to grow business there. So what are our goals for 2026? So we're going to continue to enhance our AI integration and optimization across our entire platform and products. We're going to continue to expand with additional deals in our financial services market. We're going to continue to expand with additional deals in our enterprise market on our direct sales, with a real focus on supply chain operations, which is where people are really looking for benefits, especially in AI. And we're going to continue to sign up IT services partners, and we're going to get to EBITDA break even. And we're going to be introducing, as you've seen today, our new security product into the market. So that's our goals for 2026. Today, our capital structure is laid out here, about 67 million shares outstanding, 75% public float. We are not doing any fundraising at the current time. And as we're driving toward improving our cost structure and getting to EBITDA break even. So why invest in Boardwalk? SaaS model, so we've got really high retention. We've got proven Fortune 100 customer or Fortune 500 customers today that really like our solution. 86% of our revenue is coming from multi-year annual recurring renewals and licenses. Our recurring revenue grew at 30% CAGR over the last 3 years, and we've got a $6 million pipeline of active factored deals that we're working on closing. Certainly, the AI piece of that and the fact that we've now added AI into our environment is helping a lot. We've got a very sticky solution. Again, we've had customers on our on our platform for 10, 12 years. I think that the AI focus should be a really big deal. And as you're considering looking at Boardwalk in your portfolio, we are super AI focused, and this is a way for you to get into the AI game. There's certainly a lot of revenue upside by selling this additional AI capability and additional separately marketed products into different organizations. And we're expanding our partner channel just as quickly as we can. You know, the old adage of sell while you sleep, have your partner sell. That's where we're really focused. So financial highlights, we have a March 31 fiscal year end, so we just finished our Q2, fiscal Q2. ARR at 4.1 million, adjusted EBITDA improved 26%. We're on track for EBITDA profitability, and we do have a loan on the books. We had a $4 million line of credit. We've only drawn down 2.8 million, so we've got some runway there if we need it. But we really are investing in growth right now in the company. Executive team, myself, and then all the other executives have been with me for quite some time. Steve Bennett just took over as our CFO, who also is a board member and a very experienced guy. So I'd like to thank you very much for listening about the Boardwalktech story. I'm very happy to take any calls, questions, and I sincerely look forward to diving deep with you into Boardwalktech, where we're going, and why this would be a terrific investment and a position for you to take in your portfolio. Thank you. Joe, back over to you.
Andy, thank you for that presentation. Lots of opportunities there. Very exciting time for the company. We appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us. If any of you would like to schedule a meeting with Boardwalktech Software Corp, send an email to 1x1@lythampartners.com. If you'd like to learn more about Lytham Partners, you can visit our website at lythampartners.com or follow us on LinkedIn to stay connected about future events. We hope you all enjoy the rest of the conference and have a great day. Andy, thanks again for a great presentation.
Thank you, Joe. Take care, everybody.